and last Christmas Oxfam offered New Zealanders the chance to buy a very different kind of present for their loved ones, as well as for people they'll probably never meet. Instead of another pair of socks for Dad or a sports biography for Uncle Bryce, 16,000 New Zealanders bought goats, chickens, safe water and other useful presents to give to people living in poverty. We covered the story at the time last Christmas, and we said we'd check back to see where the goats and chickens went to and whether they were making a difference there. Natasha Delgado and her family from Auckland's North Shore were among those that bought such presents.
Last year for Christmas, I bought a plantation of trees, some chickens, a goat and school books for all the kids. And I thought it was a great idea for people where I don't really know what they want, but I still want to honour them with a gift, and also to remember the true spirit of Christmas.
So who got the goat, the chickens and the trees? And do these gifts make a meaningful difference to anyone's life? Well, some of the Oxfam presents ended up in the Tari region of Papua New Guinea. So that's where reporter Claire Sylvester and cameraman Matt Hunter went to see who got what.
Today is the annual Tari Agricultural Show. Tomorrow is Independence Day. These people are some of the poorest in the Pacific. More than 40% live on less than $3 New Zealand dollars a day. For them, opportunities to celebrate are few and far between. A couple of hours by plane from Port Moresby, the southern Highlands, are the end of the line. Basic services like healthcare and education haven't made it out this far. We're travelling here to see how Oxfam New Zealand is trying to fill that gap with help from New Zealand donations. In Tari, Oxfam works with a local group, community-based healthcare.
I think we feel that CBC needs to do something to elevate people and bring their lives up and bring pride and sense of belonging and ownership and, feel that we love this world,
And this is where it begins. These rabbits, chickens and other produce are the seeds of a fledgling economy. It's also where Oxfam gifts from New Zealanders are making a difference. New Zealanders bought about 16,000 Oxfam gifts last year, and the most popular by far was the goat. We probably thought they were just kind of cute, but really it is a gift that keeps on giving. They produce around 7 litres of milk every week to drink or to sell. Their manure can be used on crops. And under the Oxfam scheme, the first female kid will be given to another family in the village. The money for a goat can also be used to provide training or buy other livestock that's suitable for the community. To see how all this works, we visited a local village with Oxfam worker, New Zealander Daniel Cowley. Susan Malangu used to scrape out a living selling cigarettes in her village. Now she feeds her family with homegrown produce. She sells any surplus and uses the profits to save or buy anything else she needs.
Okay, so this is where Susan keeps her rabbits, her cages. So Claire, these are the rabbits that are supported under the Oxfam program.
Yeah.
So as you can see, Susan's got quite a large house full of them. They will give her a couple of rabbits, which she will then breed. And then once they reach a certain point, she will then give some back to the organisation, which they then pass on to other farmers. It's creating income, generating opportunities for them, which then directly leads into school fees, saucepans, mattresses, blankets, these kind of basic necessities which we in New Zealand take for granted, but which are such a prized item here.
The health statistics for PNG are bleak. An average life expectancy of 55, an increasing number of deaths from preventable and treatable diseases like malaria and TB. HIV/AIDS is a major problem. And in the Highlands, only 10% of people have access to clean water.
These are just very basic household water tanks,
Yeah.
and it's just for each single family. Very easy to construct. It's just wire and some plastic liners, and only a couple of sheets of iron. But it's really just for drinking water and for general health and hygiene around the house.
And these kinds of gifts can also help with Oxfam's other goal, building peace in an area plagued by tribal warfare. Not so long ago, they fought with spears, bows and arrows. Since independence 31 years ago, guns are everywhere, and the murder rate is high. There are three main triggers for violence: land, women and pigs, which have traditionally roamed free. So sometimes very simple things like money for fencing can have a major impact.
We're not trying to say we're going to fix all the problems here, but we work with targeted communities and to just expand slowly out from that. And a lot of this work is intergenerational and start now, and these knock-on benefits 5, 10, 15 years down the track.
Susan and her household have been set up as a model for other families to aspire to. It's a grassroots approach and it seems to be working. Oxfam hopes it will be extended to every family in Tari. How important are those gifts from New Zealand?
Oh, yeah, I think they will really make a valuable contribution, not only in the sense that they have something, but there's a feeling of linking to the outside world, and I think that's the pride we can give to the people of Tari. People will realize that they are not forgotten in this world, you know. They are a big part of the global village, and that's the thing. I think they will love it here.